So when it starts, do we say welcome to the main event?
Welcome to the main event.
Okay.
Is that it?
Are we started?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Gary, don't start.
We got backup music here.
Don't be like that.
Should we restart now?
Sure.
Okay. Welcome to...
The main event.
I'm the mom.
I'm the daughter. This is my mom. I hate that. I did that.
You did that. Own it.
What's wrong with me?
I know. We're like usually very chatty. We're just sitting here like... It is 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. We're both pretty chill. Megan had a nap.
Yep.
I had 2 attempted naps.
I had 1 hour. And then Gary woke me up.
It's 1 hour not enough?
Hour is fine, actually. Because I woke up at 10 today.
I didn't go to bed till 1:30. When did you go to bed last night?
I went to bed at like 11.
Wow.
I was really tired.
I know. I only slept 6 hours. I was awake.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I woke up at 7:30 and I tried to go back to sleep, but I never did.
Well, I got up early. That was early for a Sunday because of the shoot that I was going to do today.
That's right.
And it was downtown. I got all ready.
So pretty.
Thanks. That's why
I like her hair curly.
my hair is...
It's cute straight too, but I like the curls.
Yeah, I like it too. But anyway, I did all this because I'm supposed to have a shoot today downtown. And the time we were supposed to meet was 2:15. And I get to the studio, and at 2:15 he messages me, not gonna make it. So that was good.
Yeah, because it's a paid gig and they pay you for your gas money.
Yeah, no. So that was a fun waste of time.
He didn't even say anything why, right?
Well, I messaged him and I was like, are you canceling? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? I just wanted to know for sure. Mm-hmm. And then I waited like 15 minutes and he never responded.
Oh, gee.
So I was just like, I'm just going to go home.
Yeah. And then she came home and made me dinner.
Yeah. Which you would even admit was not the yummiest.
Megan is a super good cook. And tonight was a little bit, like you said, bland.
It was a little bland, but I just...
The chicken tasted good and the noodles were good. It just didn't have... Megan usually does a lot of spice.
Yeah, I do.
And like jambalaya and a little bit hot and a yummy. And
I try not to do that every time though, because I feel like everything I cook has like almost the same flavor profile.
well, you've been doing different like that. Like I know you didn't love it when we did the soup cook-off, but you did the...
I did that Thai coconut.
Yeah.
That was really bland.
It was good though. That had a lot of flavor. It just wasn't as spicy as
There
you
was
usually
something
do
missing
it.
from it. I'm just not sure what it was.
Yeah, I would just do that again. So that was a
Yeah.
different flavor palette from what you usually do.
I did like that. I just haven't... Usually, like, when I cook for myself, I just chop up a bunch of veggies and some chicken in a pan and just bake it. Mm-hmm. And, like, with mashed potatoes or something.
Yeah, and you made that for me too. That's yummy. So
I have?
yeah, I baked that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do lots of fresh veggies. That's what I like. So Megan did do the fresh basil and bruschetta. Did you buy the bruschetta?
No, I
did you?
made that.
You cut up the tomatoes too.
Yeah.
All 3 of my daughters outcook me. I fed them for many, many years, but
Yeah, I'm self-taught.
I always thought I was an okay cook, but I found out from all 3 of my daughters that the consensus is that I'm not.
Well, I didn't know that until I was older and started cooking myself.
Oh, that was like my mom. Well, maybe we knew she wasn't a great cook, but I think I told you that I always thought I didn't like
She's
spaghetti.
even more bland.
Oh, I thought I didn't like spaghetti. Spaghetti was yucky. And then I had it at one of my girlfriend's house one day, and I'm like, this is so amazing. I love spaghetti.
And your spaghetti compared to mine is super bland.
Yeah, and I like mine okay, though.
Yours is still good. Yeah. I just like to, add fresh veggies.
Mm-hmm. You do more fresh veggies.
Doctor the sauce up a little bit.
I do some. I mean, I'll cut up onion when I take the time. I'll cut up onions and green peppers and cook them with my sauce. So I do okay in that. There are some things the kids love that I make, but yeah, my mom actually, Grandma's gotta be a better cook as she's gotten older.
Really?
Yeah, she's puts flavor in her food now. She makes really good taco soup and her hash brown casserole she made for everybody. She's actually does a lot more flavor now.
Yeah.
But yeah, growing up, her spaghetti was really like hamburger and tomato sauce. And she didn't believe in salt because salt, you know how everything
back then it was all about no salt.
It's always something. So back then it was no salt, and so our food was very bland. And her and my dad and grandpa they never liked much seasoning. They like it more now. I think going on the cruises has helped them.
With their food has
with their flavor palette. Last time I was so quiet. I'm trying to make sure I'm in the microphone more. We'll just let Megan talk this time. But yeah, and then so when you kids were young, everything was about no fat. And so I'm not really good at cooking. I'm trying now to use more butter and oil and get more flavor in my food.
Now it's no carbs.
Now it's no carbs. So we had a bucket of noodles for our dinner tonight. So.
But you're supposed to have carbs. It's supposed to be half your diet. Ask any nutritionist.
Yeah.
Carbs are good.
Yeah. You're just supposed to choose the kind of carbs. So.
Well, complex carbs.
Like I had a brownie and ice cream for lunch. So Grandma had lemon cake for dinner, so I get it legit. Yeah.
I had coffee for breakfast.
I think he wants to go out.
Okay.
Or is that just his way of getting your attention?
Probably both. Actually, we'll see.
Is that all you have was just coffee? Does that bother your stomach?
No, I actually, I have a hard time eating breakfast in the morning. I feel sick. Like, I don't have an appetite. So my stomach can only handle, like, coffee until about 11. So I usually don't eat anything. Maybe even sometimes till 2.
Your dad was the same way. I mean, he didn't drink coffee, but he didn't have an appetite until then.
I've always been that way. I thought it was weird that people would wake up and eat breakfast.
I am hungry as soon as I wake up.
So weird.
And I take some medications just for my thyroid, and so I have to wait a half hour after I take the medication. And that's hard. I mean, I wake up hungry almost every day. That's when I eat my most calories, usually, unless I have dessert at night. But
I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah, like this morning I had my waffles, and I take the time with my breakfast. That's one thing I like about working at 11, which I don't mind changing my shifts. I'll figure it out. Well, when I'm back office, I can still make breakfast while I'm working.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so excited. Anyway, I'm hoping I get the new job.
You're saying when? Like you got it.
I did. Oh my goodness. This is such a new thing for me. I mean, in my entire life, I've never applied for a job I wanted like this. I mean, it's a whole new experience. Anyway, I bought those protein waffles so that would last longer in the morning, and they're the dark chocolate kind. And I told you what I ate, and a bunch of fresh strawberries and Cool Whip and maple syrup and an egg. And I love my breakfast. But yeah, I can do this as soon as I wake up. Well, you were going to say something, and we got on food, and
I actually have no idea. I guess now I'm just
I interrupted you a little while ago.
That's fine.
I never do that.
No. I was just thinking, obviously Thanksgiving is this week. So, what's everyone making?
Good question. We're focused more on Wednesday. So
is that like our Thanksgiving? I thought everyone was coming over on Thursday.
No, we're having Thanksgiving here. But we're not getting together with Lindsay's family.
That's right. I'm not making anything Wednesday. I didn't plan on it.
No, I'm counting on you doing your cranberry bliss bars on Thursday.
Yeah.
And your deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs.
That's what Megan makes every year, and they're awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Dessert and a side. I've never cooked turkey in my life. Maybe one day.
You guys are okay with my turkey cooking. I don't get a lot of complaints about it.
I just don't really care for turkey at all.
Lindsay says she doesn't either. I was talking to her last night. She says she doesn't like it either. And she'll eat a little bit on the day of, but she says the next day it tastes awful to her.
Really?
Yeah.
I think a lot of meat tastes weird the next day. Like when
that's what she said.
Especially.
She said that too. And her and Joseph are the same way. She actually said, and this is the weirdest I never heard of it, that she read somewhere or learned that it's sort of a genetic thing.
Really?
Yep. That some people on meat like that after when it's left over has a weird taste to them.
What? That's me.
Yeah, I had no idea it was a thing. I love leftovers. I'm one of those people that are like, that's crazy.
That
Give me
sucks.
leftovers every day. Yeah. She said that has a weird off taste, and Joseph's the same way, and that it's apparently a little bit rare. Like, a lot of people have it, but it's way more common to enjoy your leftovers. But yeah.
I've always been that way about chicken.
Well, now I wonder about your dad, if you got it from your dad, because I can't remember him loving the leftovers.
Yeah. I love leftovers depending on what it is.
Mm-hmm. Now, chicken has an odd smell in the fridge the next day.
Oh, it's just
it smells strange, but I heat it up and I'm fine with it. I like leftovers. I'll cut it up, put it in. My favorite thing to just leftover chicken is to make a tortilla out of it.
And it tastes the same to you the next day. What?
Yeah.
I thought that was a
It smells nasty,
experience.
but it tastes good. Yeah.
That's so weird. No, I can't do it.
That's so funny. You have to tell Lindsay.
Yeah.
I had never heard that. I'm still kind of blown away by that.
That's why, like, whenever I cook chicken, I usually just cook enough for me to eat that meal. Because I'm not
gonna eat it.
Yeah. Maybe if it's, like, in something, like chopped up or something, I can. But, yeah, like, that's so weird. I didn't know that.
Pretty much the only leftovers I don't like is a salad because
because
it wilts.
French fries. Those are never
French
good.
fries. If you throw them in the toaster oven, sometimes I do that, and they're okay. I ate most of my French fries last night. I was so hungry. Yeah. Everyone knows I try so hard. It's a lot of work. I don't have a high metabolism, so I can't overeat. So I get my ham, cheese. When I go to McDonald's.
Oh, you went to McDonald's last night?
I did. I was starving. And so I was by Winco, and I'm like, there's got to be a McDonald's around. I couldn't see one anywhere. And so then I Googled it, and it's like 6 miles away, and I just didn't want to do that. The traffic was horrible last night, and I'm like, well, I'll just go turn right and drive down this road. Looks like there might be some businesses down there. McDonald's right there, 30 seconds away. I don't know what was wrong with GPS. But so when I buy French fries at McDonald's, I love French fries, one of my favorite foods in the world. I get the small, and I only eat half of them. And then I get a cheeseburger. A lot of times I'll take off the top bun because I just
why carbs?
Yeah, so I'm always because I love my sweets, and so I got to make sure I have room for that. I also try to make sure I always eat some fruits and always eat vegetables every day. But yeah, so that's how I eat at fast food. But I was craving it. It was so good. So how'd you get on that?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Oh, leftovers.
Yeah.
Oh, because the French fries. Then I remember my French fries from last night.
Yeah. Should we do any recap of our past week?
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
I guess I'll start. That I got a new job.
Yeah.
A second job. Going back to the serving world, which is something I never wanted to do again. But I'm actually really excited about it because it seems like a fun atmosphere, and having that extra cash is going to be really nice. So I start that the 29th. That's basically my week.
You've had a lot of fun experiences serving too.
Yeah.
Even though your job now is more professional, pays better and all that, serving can pay pretty good.
It can. I mean, the manager was like, the top servers will walk out with like $700 on a weekend.
Holy cow.
Like one night, what I mean?
I've heard some people quit professional careers and do serving because if it's a good enough restaurant, you can make so much tips.
It really depends where you're working. I would never make it my full, because I've worked as a server full time, and it's just so not as reliable.
Yeah. Unpredictable is
and like
not good with finances.
You don't really get your insurance.
You don't get insurance. That's right.
I guess some places you can if you are working full time. You can, but it's just probably not as good. I don't know. But yeah, I can't plan around an unpredictable income. But it's good for like a side job. Yeah.
So that was your main event this week?
That was my main event this week. Yeah.
Well, my main event was related to work too, which is not like me. This is 2 weeks in a row mentioning work, but I had my other interviews. Because the week before I talked about the crazy interview that somehow I passed and moved on to the next ones. And I had 3 back-to-back half-hour interviews.
Was it one person each?
Yeah.
Wow.
one Zoom meeting. Then I stayed in the same Zoom meeting, and then they would just come into it. Yeah, rotate it through. I was supposed to have a fourth one for 15 minutes, and she's going to follow up later. But I felt they went really good, so we'll find out. And then I found out that a girl on my team is applying for the job, but there might be 2 positions. So that was my big thing too. And I enjoyed going to the gym with my boyfriend this week 3 times.
Boyfriend.
To do the massage table and the hot tub. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and workout.
Yeah, really hard workout, I'm sure.
I do about a half-hour cardio. He doesn't take as long working out as I do, so it just depends. He does about a half hour on the weights, and then I do about 15 minutes on each machine, treadmill and the elliptical.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out like more consistently. Some weeks are just easier than others to get to the gym, but I would say when school's over, I'd be back in the gym more, but now I'm working 2 jobs, so I don't know how realistic it's going to be for me to work out that much.
At least the waitressing is kind of like a workout.
That's true, though, honestly, because it was so easy for me to maintain like my weight serving, because I'm seriously on my feet all day, and then as soon as I started working the job that I'm in and sitting at a desk, I gained like 15 pounds within the first couple of months.
Oh, yeah. I was so surprised how quick you can gain weight. Gary, stop. This is a new sweater.
Ruin it.
Yeah, when I worked at, I should not say names. When I worked at my previous job, I had already, so I had a new marriage, and I was super skinny when I got married to...
Oh, you were like scary skinny.
Yeah, when I got married to David, we'll say his name. It's a common name. So it's one name we'll say. So when I married my ex, I was super skinny. And that's how he was used to me. So I had gained like 15 pounds, I think, gradually, 10 to 15 pounds gradually over a year of our marriage. And I felt comfortable where I was, but I was kind of worried because he was used to a skinny girl. So I was like, okay, maybe I should start losing a little bit of weight. And then I got that job. And it's just like that. And it was 45 minutes away. So my ex worked there too. So we'd drive there 45 minutes every morning and then sit down all day long. And of course, everyone wanted to bring treats. We'd have meetings all the time and training. And I gained all my weight. I literally, in 2 weeks, gained 7 pounds in just 2 weeks.
No way.
Yeah. I've never done that in my life except for when I was pregnant.
Wow.
But they just tried to make training fun. So they would have ice cream parties and pizza parties, and and everybody loved Utah's so unique in the places that's special. We're talking about this in the dessert specialties, and the cookie places are to die for, and the donut places. So everyone would bring in cookies and donuts, and we had candy as rewards when we were anyway. Yeah, 7 pounds in 2 weeks. And then I never got it off. In fact, I gained slowly about 10 more pounds.
Well, and then quarantine happened.
And then quarantine. That's when I started losing weight, though.
Really?
Yeah, because the first 2 months, because I lost my job right after COVID, that job.
Yeah.
My ex kept his, but mine, I got laid off. Most of us in that funding department did. And so I had was it 2 or 3 months? About 3 months of unemployment?
Yeah.
3, yeah. And so it was nice weather. It was spring. I went walking all the time. And I even started counting calories. So I knew I needed to lose weight at that point. Because I was about 30 pounds almost, 25 to 30 pounds heavier than when I got married. So I was like, that's not good. And so I started walking and just eating less. I even had to count calories at first. I hate counting calories. So I really took 15 months to lose 15 pounds.
Nice. That's one way to do it.
It worked for me. I don't like to massively cut calories, to count.
Yeah, no.
I just counted for a couple months to start getting a start on it. But
my weight has fluctuated insanely since I moved here. Like, I remember...
You have gone up and down.
It's so wild. When I moved here, I was about 150.
Okay.
And then within, I think it was 3-4 months, I was down to like 130.
Yeah. Was that when you looked super skinny? Did you look super skinny at 130?
That was
because you're a lot taller than me.
I got down to 115.
Oh, that's when. Okay.
And that's when you guys were
you
like,
got to 115. Wow.
Wow. I remember going to the doctor.
Megan's tall. Well, to me,
5'7".
you're like 5'7".
Yeah.
Because when I'm 130 pounds, I'm pretty slim at 5'3". 115. Yeah, you were skinny.
Yeah.
Because my skinniest, I got down to like 122 or something, and I was skinny.
Yeah, that is.
I remembered you were skinny. I didn't remember you were that skinny.
That's when I was in the relationship. And yeah, it was wild, but it just like it happened so gradually over time that I didn't realize how much weight I was losing.
Yeah,
and it was just crazy. It was like.
Are you close enough? When I watched it back, I was like, we should just listen to Megan. She's so cute, and we can hear her.
Oh, mommy, you're cuter. Listening back to the last one, my cackle.
I love your laugh.
Well, to each their own, but it's like that was what was like bursting eardrums loud. And I'm like, I need to fix that.
Oh, I love
the audio. I'm not going to change my laugh.
Okay.
Change the audio.
Okay. So you're talking about your weight loss in the relationship.
Yes. So, anyway, I think I've always said I'm happiest with my body at 135, I would say. But yeah, as soon as
that's
I got...
my weight, too.
Yeah, that's funny.
Even though I'm shorter, I'm comfortable with that weight.
We carry it different. Mm-hmm. But, anyway, so that... Gary, please. Mommy's talking. Go play. I'm going to have to put you somewhere.
We're going to throw some cheese or something.
Yeah, we should give him a treat because he's annoying. Oh, peanut butter.
Oh, yeah.
That would get them.
Okay. Go ahead and talk for a little bit. I'll get some peanut butter on this.
So, well, also when I first moved out here, I was like, I really want to start modeling because that was my dream since 13 was to be a model. I remember like all through school, whenever I was sick, I would stay home and just binge watch America's Next Top Model. And I looked up the requirements though to apply for the show. I think I did this when I was like 15.
No. You took the lid.
They said like the minimum height requirement was 5'8", and then the maximum weight was 120.
He wants to send me off, so why does I even go down to that? The maximum weight was 120?
Yeah.
And what was the height?
5'8".
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like you have to be unhealthy and anorexic.
Absolutely, yeah. And so
that's crazy.
To me, my 15-year-old brain thought that was the beauty standard. Like, that's what you have to be beautiful.
Wow.
And I feel like that's when I, truly started to develop more body dysmorphia because I was skinny in high school.
Oh yeah, you were very skinny.
I graduated probably 125.
You were always thin.
But
I didn't know modeling was still. I thought modeling world wasn't supposed to be like that anymore.
I mean, they're trying to be more inclusive now, but still in a high fashion runway, they're still just skinny. So anyway, whenever I would get over 120. I would just I need to lose weight. And when I was married, I worked out, and then but I still gained weight. I feel like I wasn't as concerned. And then when I moved out here, I was about 150, and I was like, if I want to model, I need to lose weight. I need to get in better shape. And I didn't really have any friends yet, and I just started working as a server on my feet. And then I was just at the gym pretty much my free time. I went almost every day. But yeah, and then I started doing shoots a lot, and I had never gotten so many compliments on my figure then.
Oh, really? That's when everybody commented when you were skinny.
Yeah, they were like, wow, someone was like, you should train for a fitness competition.
Oh, wow.
That's how toned I had gotten. Mm-hmm. But
so it's more the skinny. You were working out and had muscle too.
But you can see more muscle definition obviously when you don't have as much fat.
Yeah.
But that was so hard to maintain. Oh, I was hungry all the time.
Wow. Because you're an eater. I mean, you got a normal, healthy appetite. Yeah.
And I remember, when I first moved out here and I was really determined to lose weight, I would go to bed so hungry, nauseous hungry.
Oh, wow.
And I would just make myself fall asleep and go to bed starving.
Oh, wow.
But, I mean, to me, I'm like, that's how you lose weight.
Wow.
But, anyway, And then, so when I started dating, I don't even want to say his name in real life, not,
Yeah, his name starts with a D. Should we just say the D word, or? We don't even have to say that. I was trying to figure out a way to some kind of nickname so you can just...
Well, I call him Satan. We can just say Satan. That's what we say anyway. So when I started dating Satan, I think I was probably like 130 maybe. Yeah. I was still skinny though. Mm-hmm. And then within about 6 months, I got down to the 115, and I was so depressed. I remember going to the doctors to get my IUD put in, and on the scale fully clothed, it was like 114.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy. But then after we broke up, I pretty quickly got back to 135. And I felt really good. And I maintained that for a little while. And then quarantine and everything happened, and now I'm back to, let's just say 150.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
But I know
around where you were when you came out.
Which is weird.
Which is probably where your body naturally wants to be.
It's where my body wants to be. I'm realizing that, I really have to fight it to be less than 150. If I can manage to get down to 135 and maintain, going to the gym enough and watching what I eat, I really have to try it.
If you can do that without being hungry, and then you can see if that's natural for you. I'm maintaining close to that, between 135 and 140 right now, and I have to watch it, but I'm not going hungry.
I hope this isn't triggering for anyone.
I know, we're talking a lot about dieting.
Sorry.
I guess this is a real women topic. We'll get off it soon then. It's just something that women talk about a lot, is our weight and our figure, and by losing the weight so slowly, I've been able to maintain. I've been at this weight for quite a few months now. Yeah. But if I'm not trying at all, if I'm not really actively working on it, which I never not think about it at all. Right. 150 is where my body likes to go.
Really? Twinsies.
Almost every single time I will gradually go to 150, and I'll stay there. The only time I got more, I got 150, 152 like that, but is when Dad was still alive. Yeah. And we were going on the cruises every year. Oh yeah. And then we'd come home, and after you're cruising, I would only gain a couple pounds on the cruise, but then your tummy's already expanded and your appetite's increased. Yeah. I literally would come home and gain weight.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And so I hit... your dad never wanted me to be skinny or whatever. He didn't care. And he was always loved no matter where I was. But when I went from 150, I hit 160.
Did you?
Yeah. 161 even. I kind of freaked out. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I told your dad, I said, I don't think I'm pleasantly plump anymore. I think I'm just plain fat. And he had a hard time denying that.
Stop.
I would say he's just kind of trying not to say. I mean, he wasn't complaining, but
he had his big belly.
He had a big belly. And so when I was at 161 or 160, I was...
You were like, okay, time to get to work.
And then I did. And I got back down 10 pounds. And married to Dad, I was pretty comfortable at 150. He was comfortable with me that way. I should probably not say why he didn't want me to lose too much weight.
Why? 'Cause your boobs?
Yeah. Okay. So I'd be a little too thin for him right now.
Yeah. Which, you didn't bless me with those.
No, sorry. It's very genetic. But my mom has more than I do. And my oldest sister.
And both of them have. No. Julie?
Aunt Lori's been enhanced.
Oh, that's right. Duh.
Aunt Elle, sorry. Oh. Well, she doesn't mind.
If you care.
She won't mind.
Okay. I don't think.
If I felt like, and I don't think I'm a Nora. I mean, I felt like she really cared. You can edit that out, or just edit her name out or something.
Okay, you want to again.
Yeah, but I don't think she'd care really.
But yeah, our family. Well, I mean, I have to be thankful. We were all blessed with butts.
That's right.
So
small waists and butts. So we got that. We're true classic pear shapes.
And then I surgically enhanced to the hourglass.
Yeah.
Oh, what I was gonna say though was I'm back to 150, but I feel like my body has changed so much, and I like my body probably the most now than I ever have.
That's awesome.
If I lost 5-ish, max 10, maybe I don't know. I might like my body more, but I feel like just so there's a little bit room for me to, like, some days I want to eat more, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I feel like I really love my curves now. And I remember in high school, like, I would look in the mirror and I was really skinny. Like, I didn't really have a lot of shape. Mm-hmm. And I just remember thinking, I can't wait for my womanly curves to come in one day.
Yeah.
I was just like, one day I'll have curves, you know? Mm-hmm. And now I have them, and I'm like, that's been nice.
And it's funny as we're talking about this, and we'll promise we'll get off this. We've been on this for a long time.
Yes.
Grandma worries about it all the time still, and her weight. And she's 76. I mean, not like obsessively, but she does. I mean, it is this.
Sucks.
I know. I was like, there'll be a time in your life where you don't. You always will. It's always work. Or if you just don't care about it, you're going to get big. Grandma goes walking all the time. She works on not eating after a certain time of night. If she has her cake for dinner like she did tonight, then she's not going to probably eat anything else. So it is an ongoing battle for women. I know that a lot of men worry about their weight too, but not the way women do. Like we talked about, and when I was kind of teasing about men, how they'll just take off their shirt and they're comfortable with themselves. I'm not being critical.
Yeah.
I actually admire that they can walk around and be like, I'm so sexy. I mean, it's like, good for you. Seriously, I wish us women could be as confident as they are. Men just...
Well, we get shamed if we do that.
Yeah, I guess that's why. Oh, take off our...
You just walk around without a shirt on?
Yeah, we might get in trouble. I actually went the whole day at work without a bra Thursday.
I do that almost every day.
Really?
It's surprising I'm wearing a bra now.
Oh, because you have natural...
Fake.
Yours stay in place.
Fake perk, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What is it like when they just hang low? Not that yours are low.
Yeah. To clarify, they're really not that droopy drawers. That droopy.
Droopy booby.
Because that's one advantage of not being really big as you get older. Yeah. They're not pointing down. They still point out.
Oh, great.
Just to clarify.
Awesome. I have to get mine redone in like less than 10 years, you know that?
Really? Oh, that surgery was no fun.
No, it was not.
She did oh my goodness, only a month after her dad died.
And no, it wasn't something I decided to do after he died. It was just weird timing.
No, she'd already planned on it. Her dad was in the medical field. He did nurse anesthesia, and she talked a lot to him before deciding to do it. And of course, he was never like, yay, go, but he was supportive and talked to you about it. So Megan just went ahead. She had it planned, and I don't think you've ever regretted doing it.
No.
And that other person, my sister, she's never regretted it either. So yeah. Some
people, don't have the best results or whatever, and I feel like I'm really lucky that mine looks so natural as they do. But
and hers did too. Do you remember she showed you?
Her full boobs.
Yeah, because she wanted you to know what it would look like and what to expect.
I totally remember that, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, she's so funny. It was that's why I've said I don't think she'd be self-conscious.
Yeah,
she was just like, oh well, here you go.
That's so funny.
And they look great. Sometimes I've thought about doing it too. I mean, I've always wanted to be blessed with more. I think that's normal.
Yeah,
but there are some advantages, like I said, being older, not being as big, and there was advantages with sports and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, when I was playing volleyball,
at least I have some. It's not like
you're not.
Yeah, everyone's looking right now. So
I don't even know if you can see your chest right now.
Okay,
but I couldn't imagine playing volleyball with these.
Oh yeah,
because I would do that pancake thing. No way.
Do you remember one friend? I was gonna almost said her name. But really sweet lady in our ward ward is church, and
give me a first letter.
Buckley C. Very, very bestie. Very good at sports, but that she had to wear like 2 or 3 sports bras.
Oh, last letter R or D.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Huge.
So good at sports, very, very bestie, and yet, so that she felt it was kind of a curse being that bestie, yeah. And so she would have to wear at least 2 sports bras to try to keep them in place.
So crazy.
Yeah, but she loved sports enough; she was still determined to do it. So she made me help me appreciate not being so bestie. But
so I guess it could be actually really annoying, but.
So we were gonna. I think we had the idea of talking about family traditions or something.
Oh yeah.
I Our family tradition is to
Talking
count
about
calories.
Body dysmorphia. Oh, this is what I was going to say. This is my last comment about
Okay,
weight.
then we are moving on.
I have this fear that if I don't have a certain amount of hate for my body, that I will get fat.
Yep, I understand that.
And I don't want to, like, it's sad to be, like, fat phobic, but it's like, I'm like, I can't just stop caring, because then it's like, I'll let myself go, and who knows how big I'll get. And it's like, so it sucks. It's like this battle of how much should I care?
Yeah, because we all need to care if we want to be healthy and live longer and feel better.
Yeah.
And trying to do that without being hard on ourselves and living normal life, like enjoying the holidays, which are coming up. So.
Yeah, the holidays, by the way.
Oh, so we were talking about what we were going to do.
Yes.
So Wednesday, we're super excited because Megan's older brother, Brandon, and his wife, Megan, same name, same nicknames, not confusing at all.
At all. Actually, he calls me, I get this wrong. He calls me Megs and her Meg.
I thought she went by Megs too. He differentiates that way?
Yeah.
Meg and Megs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I got that right.
Okay, and it's spelled the same way, everything.
Yeah.
And then, of course, now Megan's married to her brother, so she has her last name. So Megan's kept her, and we won't say, but she's kept her.
No, I will.
Her ex-husband's name.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So my maiden name is Maine, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's like there would be 2 Megan Maines in the family right now. So it's a little easier to, I don't know. Megan Fox, here I am.
Yeah, it's a fun name, Megan Fox.
Honestly, I get like 3 times a week do people comment on it, and I had always planned to change it back, but then I'm like, it's so tedious.
Oh, the name change, I know.
Passport, license,
Yeah.
social, all of your accounts for everything in your life. I'm just like,
I've decided though next time I get married, I want to change my name. I did it with my ex because I don't want to go into all the reasons, but I had very specific thing I told him, and I'm not going to say on camera why, that I would maybe change my name.
I always kind of wondered. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had good reason.
That's funny.
But anyway, yeah. So next time I get married, I'm taking way more time and being more sure, and we won't go on to the ex. I don't hate him. I don't, and it wasn't all bad, but it just wasn't the best marriage or choice.
But it kind of hurts my feelings. See, like,
but I don't hate
a
him.
Different last name.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I just feel like that would be. It shows respect to the marriage that I'm committed to it. I'll always be a Maine Megan.
Yeah, I know.
It will be Tracy, Maine, whatever. So.
Will you have it be your middle name?
I wonder.
Or hyphenate?
I don't think I should hyphenate though.
Tracy Renee Maine blank.
I don't say my middle name and everything. I don't know why. I just feel.
Her social is.
Yeah, I haven't figured that all out, but I feel like there was a reason I didn't commit to David as much, and besides what I just said. But and I don't want to get married again until I feel like I'm really committed to that marriage. So that I'm glad you shared that with me though, because I didn't think about that bothering your kids. I didn't even think it would. Yeah, I guess I can understand that. Because it doesn't change anything for me as far as my attachment to your dad, having a different name. It just, for me, it just shows an attachment also, a commitment to the new marriage.
Yeah, I guess it would just be difficult seeing you really commit to another marriage. Because I think everyone, when you married David, most of us did not think it would last. And so it wasn't... I mean, it was weird seeing you with someone else. Yeah. But I guess I was just kind of like, I don't know. Yeah. You know?
And that was really hard. I felt so bad, and we can probably talk about this now. The first time Megan saw me with David, I'll just say my ex, I don't know, it doesn't matter. With my ex, I forgot she hadn't seen us together yet. And so he showed up at Lindsay's recital, and he came in and sat down by me and just gave me a little kiss. And that was really upsetting for Megan, and I felt so bad about it later. because we always just gave a little kiss when we saw each other because we've been dating, I don't know, just a few weeks. So that relationship moved pretty quickly. But yeah, I had worried about you seeing us together, but I didn't think about when you just gave me that little kiss. And Megan, do you remember you had a really hard time that night? You told me. I'm glad you're kind of forgetting it, so maybe I shouldn't have brought it back up. I shouldn't have brought it back up. No. I'm glad then. That means that in time you got past that and moved on from it. Or
block out trauma.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was super. It was just weird in general seeing you with someone else.
Yeah. But everybody was kind. All the kids were kind and came around to accepting him, and I appreciate that. And I want to, anyway.
Yeah.
That I know some people choose never to remarry because of that. It just feels so like a betrayal. But I was only 49 when Dad died, and we have longevity in our family, and I feel partly because I had such a great marriage with your dad that I like marriage and I prefer being married than being alone. And
I never wanted you to live the rest of your life alone.
That's good. I'm glad to know that because that hurts you seeing me with him. It wasn't because you wanted me to be alone.
It was just an adjustment.
It was just shocking.
Yeah, it was just more of a shock.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, I can't, because I've always just wanted you to be happy.
Yeah, because you came around right away. You were never mean to me about it. It just hurt at first. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it just really really hit me the reality of she's gonna move on, sort of.
Yeah.
So it was just different.
Yeah.
But I was the one around you guys more than anyone. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why I got used to it.
Yeah, and you were kind to him, and he was kind to you. I mean, he was, and I always want to give him credit for what he did.
He was always nice to me.
He was always nice to you, and
I tried.
Yeah.
But your boyfriend now, I like 100 times better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I like him too.
Yeah, he's way cool. And I can be really sarcastic with him.
Yeah.
Does David? Sorry. Did he understand sarcasm?
He really didn't very well. He could joke. I mean, he could be fun to be with, but he wasn't. I mean, he was fun, but he wasn't. He didn't get that.
He wasn't witty.
No. Mm-mm.
No, he wasn't. But who knows when I'll get married again? You know what?
We know it's a matter of when.
Yeah, I don't know. Remember when
You're going to be on this earth probably 60 to 70 more years.
Not enough time for a good man.
You've only been single for 4, and have you really been single for 4?
No.
You've been unmarried for 4. How much of that have you been single?
My goal, married by 40.
There you go. Then you're not going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm going to predict. No, my predictions don't come true.
No, when I first moved out here, you were like, you'll be married within a year. And I was like, what?
Did I say married, not just dating?
Yes, you said married.
Oh, I said married.
And I was just like,
I'm a marriage kind of person. But I learned from my dating. I don't know. Well, we're just kind of on the X tonight. It's not like I talk about them all the time. Learned from that I like the idea of dating longer. But we've talked about this before. I met her dad in September and married him in December.
And they were happily married for 20, almost
30. It was 29 and a half years.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. After he died, a few months later, I celebrated my 50th birthday and then 30th wedding anniversary. Yeah. So yeah, it was almost 30 years. So now I get started.
And that was the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
Well,
I had other friends that did the same thing. So to me, it didn't seem that weird. But now I look at it, I'm like, holy cow, that's
wild.
Yeah. But then we were college students. We had time. Well, okay, I didn't have time because I bombed most of my classes that semester. After being on the honor roll the semester before, or a couple semesters. Anyway, I worked 20 hours a week, did school full time, and spent every other possible minute with your dad. So homework was
last priority.
Yeah. And so it was a little bit longer with David. That was only because of circumstances. We didn't get married sooner. So that was about 6 months with him. But... Anyway, so now I'm realizing that you don't have to get married right away.
You can't even give it a year.
That's like pushing it. I don't know. A year in a dating relationship.
Yeah.
But yeah. See, I'm growing up.
You're growing up. We're growing up together.
But it's just circumstance. It's no one right way. So I'm always totally open on that. I mean, like, I worked with me. Do you remember our neighbors? I won't say the names. That Lindsay dated one of their...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They had the same thing.
Really?
They met married in 3 months. They have a great marriage. Yeah. They've been together, 40,
wow.
5, over 40 years anyway, yeah.
I love that family.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm not going to do that. Get married within 3 months.
No, I'm not encouraging it. I'm just saying that we just can't say, oh, if you do that, it's not going to work.
Yeah, that's what I've come to understand is like, there's no right way for everyone to do something. Mm-hmm. You know, people want to make sense of everything and just put like timestamps or rules on stuff, or like, especially relationships. People like, do this, don't do that. And it's just like, it's not the same for everybody, and that's what I'm starting to understand. It's just like every relationship is different. There are some things that maybe you should or shouldn't do, but you can't just give everyone the same list of rules and expectations.
It's more about just how you treat each other as rules you can say. But as far as time frames, I mean, there's some people that have met and married in a couple weeks and make it work. Other people meet in a couple weeks and they're divorced a couple weeks later. So.
And some people are together 7 years, get married, and then get divorced. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just like, there is no guarantee for anything to work out. So it's just like, you just need to trust your...
Yeah, because people can change and that. So, you just do the best you can. Once you make that commitment, you do the best you can.
And, like, I was with my ex for 3 years before we got married.
Yeah.
But we were also kids when we were dating. So it's like...
And you had a lot of... and see, I knew a lot more about your marriage after you got divorced because you kept some things private. Because on the surface, you two really... And there was definitely some love there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we found more about... I won't go all into his character, that there were things about his character I didn't understand that were significant and a real problem. But you are loyal, and you gave your all into that marriage, and I watched you do that.
Yeah.
And I know you weren't perfect in all of that either, but you're gonna be just the best wife. That's why it's hard for me to, when you say like, I'm not gonna be married, but you really put your heart in it, and that's what it takes for a marriage. And
but
you both have to be there.
Right. It was just like, meet me halfway, and I didn't get that.
Yeah.
But it was just like...
And sometimes you might have been more in, or he was more in, because you were young, you know. And, so you both have to be committed at the same time. And I'm always fascinated by marriage. I think it's one of the greatest things. I think it really is one of the greatest blessings in life, is a good marriage. I really do.
I mean, obviously it didn't work out, but I still, think marriage can be an amazing thing. There were some parts of it that it's just like, as long as there's more good than bad, and you're like, no one's perfect. There's things that you're always going to have to be able to put up with, whatever. But it's just like accepting that, you have your good days and bad days, but either way, you're just committed.
Yeah, I think it's the committed and the trust. Yes, if you're committed and you trust each other,
then it can be wonderful.
Yeah. And then you can work out the differences when okay, that person's not going to run away when I did this goof or whatever. That you're committed to working out, and arguing isn't even a bad thing in a marriage. It means that you're caring and you're working on things. I mean, it's bad if you're yelling and insulting
and you're
each other,
picking fights over dumb things or whatever.
Yeah. But if there's communication and willing to work things out.
If you're never arguing, that's weird. Yeah.
And with my ex, we didn't.
Yeah, that's weird.
Never.
That shows that there was not this deeper connection.
There wasn't. It wasn't deep enough.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't mean this episode turned into a criticism, because I don't have all bad feelings for him, but there just wasn't enough. There wasn't enough depth
substance.
There.
Yeah, not shallow.
And there's some things you can't fix, and that it was something that couldn't be fixed.
Yeah, and that just happens, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Life goes on. We know that.
Yeah, it does. So the holidays.
I know. I was like, wait a second.
It's 50 minutes, and I thought we need to make sure we stay under an hour. People are going to be like...
Do we even have any cool Thanksgiving tradition that not every white family has?
I know. We do the same things everyone else does.
Go around and say something you're thankful for.
Yeah. Eat turkey and ham. We do ham. We're one of those families that do
with
turkey
the pineapple
gravy.
Pineapple gravy. So good.
I put it in 7-Up, and I got that recipe. Do you know?
Bethany.
From Bethany.
I remember.
And she did it with the Coke.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, and I either do it with Coke or 7-Up. But your dad's mom's, Grandma Maine, she did it with a 7-Up, but she didn't do it like Bethany told me in the crock pot. I don't remember how she did it, actually. I just know that she used 7-Up, and I think she baked it in the oven. But I like it with the Coke, actually. Gives it a good flavor.
I always just thought it was Sprite. I didn't remember that being
Yeah, it's just Coke and brown sugar and pineapple.
Yeah.
That's true. I've done the Sprite the last few years. Maybe I should switch back to the Coke.
Maybe. I want to
Change it up a little bit. I think the gravy's a little bit sweeter.
Yeah. I mean, what else? Is there football on Thanksgiving? I guess we'll have it on since Brandon will be here. Black Friday shopping.
Yeah, and I'm not that into that. You have to get
used
up early.
to go every year, like Thanksgiving night, just because I thought it was so fun. But now it's like I would never do that.
Yeah.
Because everything's just online now.
I know.
There's no point in going in person.
There's one item I want to get. I've decided to get for Krista. Hey, Krista, when you watch this, like in 2 years from now.
Hey, Krista, 2 years from now.
Yeah, I decided something that's a little bit expensive and get it for her birthday and Christmas.
Must be very expensive.
It is, and that Black Friday made me think of it because I got mine over there last Black Friday. And Black Friday had an excellent sale on Amazon. And she's been wanting to bake bread.
Nice.
So,
that's a good gift.
I'm actually going to probably tell her because that way she won't look to buy it. So
that's a good idea.
It is a KitchenAid. So Black Friday, really good deal last year.
Yeah.
And I've used it a ton. I love that thing. And I've used it to bake bread too. Or was it the year before? I don't know.
I don't really have anything on my list.
Which is so weird. Okay, Megan usually gives me her Christmas list like in July.
That is weird. I haven't given it to you yet.
This is new. And you know what's really even weirder? Last night I thought of a Christmas list for me to give you kids.
No way.
I've never
give
ever
me the
done
list.
That. I didn't write it, but I'm like, if anyone wants to know to get me this or this or this,
I'm gonna have money this Christmas.
Well, it doesn't have. It's not about a lot of expensive things, but it's about the kind of things that I'm like, oh,
you would really use. And
like one thing, like see how short this necklace is.
Yeah.
I only have one that goes down like here, and especially
want more of them to be
especially with winter and the sweaters and stuff.
Yeah.
Most of mine are like this for like summer tops that have V-necks and stuff. Anyway, I'm like, I want some longer necklaces, and that's kind of more fun to get as a gift. Because I like to wear something, and jewelry connects you to whoever gives it to you.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I like as a gift
too.
Like whenever I get gifted jewelry, like Megan has given me a necklace, and then Lindsay gave me that necklace with a picture of me and Dad in it.
That's right. Like, that was so sweet. I forgot about that.
Brandon also gave me a necklace that was my birthstone because Dad, for my birthday one year,
got you. I remember.
Gave me that birthstone necklace, and I could never find it, and so Brandon replaced it, which was really sweet. So it's like that sentimental jewelry is my favorite.
Well, this is what I'm wearing. I actually wearing this. Dad got me this. This is the very first time he got me an expensive bracelet, and this is what got him hooked on getting me bracelets.
Was it on a cruise or?
It was on a cruise.
It was on a cruise.
And he saw this one the first day, fell in love with it, and then he went back like the second day to buy it for me, and the guy couldn't find it, and so Dad spent a long time with him describing it, and he had to look through all these boxes and everything till he found it. Dad loved it, and then he got me some matching earrings, and I don't know where those are, but yeah. The camera's up there. I'm showing it at the microphone here. We could tell I'm really good at the tech stuff, but I can't even think what it is. But jade, I think, is one of them. But
and then what's that purple?
Yeah, so it's not super expensive, but it was more expensive than the type of things he would get.
Right.
I seriously can't remember what it is in there, but it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
So then that was his tradition to get me a bracelet every time we went on a cruise. At least one.
Every Christmas, he would just make me go shopping for you and wrap all your presents. Well, we would go together, but he always wanted my opinion. And I was just like the designated wrapper of presents.
Oh, all of us. We give her gifts to Megan. Megan
I
loves
enjoy
holidays, loves birthdays, loves Christmas.
Yes.
And she would give me her birthday list. So Christmas would be over, and then she'd give me her birthday list.
Whatever I did get for Christmas and then
her birthday's in March.
Yeah.
And then about April she'd start on her working on her list. You'd give me versions. So I'd get the first Christmas list, and then I'd get and then I'd get the revised, and then the revised.
Yeah.
I think you've calmed down a little bit.
I think it might be just because growing up I have more of my own money to buy the things I want.
Yeah.
But there's still a huge list I could give you. If you want it, I'll whip one out.
I just realized that it's a tradition for so many years, your list. Yeah, we didn't do it.
Oh, well, there's still time.
It's almost an hour, so we don't want to keep everybody too late.
The boys are getting antsy.
They are. So how should we wrap this up?
Oh, let's do the Thanksgiving. What's something we're thankful for?
Oh, we should. I can tell something you're thankful for.
These two crazy baby ladies. Especially this one's the craziest. But I'd say they're probably... Because this year is when I got Gary. So I would say I'm most thankful for having gotten him this year.
Yeah.
Ow! So, yeah, I guess you got it.
What am I thinking? I mean, it's so hard. I always found this tradition to be so hard.
It is.
Because there's so many things I'm thankful for, and you feel like, how can you leave anybody out or anything out? So I'm always like, well, you got to skip friends and family, but because everyone will say that, but that is what's most important. So, I mean, the way I love my kiddos is just like, I am so grateful, and I'm so grateful that we all live pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
I tell you, people, anyone who has young children, it's amazing and wonderful, and one of the hardest things to do ever. It's worth it to have adult children and to enjoy your grandchildren.
Yeah.
When we say that, because it was hard, I never want to underestimate how hard it is to raise little children, but it was also amazing and fun too. Your dad and I enjoyed those years so much.
Yeah.
But I always want to acknowledge that it was hard, but it was so worth it always. But so I just feel especially grateful for my kids. So I just want to say that. So
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful for peace in my life. We've gone through some hard challenges and hard things, and I just feel really peaceful and grateful to feel at peace. I don't know what's going to be in my next chapter, or I have hopes for it, but I just feel calm that things are going to just work out.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of faith, and things are going to be good.
Yeah. I feel like I've had more peace lately. And just like things are going to work out, you know? So they always do.
They do.
Okay.
So signing off for the main event. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Turkey Day! And a happy Black Friday! Is that it?
That's it.
All right, bye.
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 I can't.
Because you didn't have any money?
Well, no.
That doesn't make sense.
Because he wasn't legal. You can see why I don't want to say that.
That makes sense.
I said once that changes.